Okay, here's the thing. You can go about videos in two different ways from what I've understood thus far. You can say the topic right off the start so people know what they're getting, or you can ramble your way into it and pretty much drop off 90% of your audience. If you're lucky enough that someone stays, they might watch till the end. No guarantee. This isn't actually a YouTube problem. This is a you problem. And by you, I don't mean you, the person watching this video, though maybe. I'm also pointing the finger at myself because I have been trying to work through figuring out how to actually begin when I'm doing raw content. And that has been pretty challenging. I'm 100 videos in. I still have no idea what I'm doing. Well, not 100 yet. I'm at 90 something. What are you... I guess you got to ask yourself what your goal is. Like, what are you trying to accomplish? Like, if you're just trying to be yourself, then maybe rambling is part of it, and the people who stay for that are the people you're looking for. But maybe you're trying to grow your channel and make it successful, in which case you're probably going to need much tighter editing and much tighter continuity of thought. Otherwise, people will just drop off in droves. It's pretty hard to have both. To both want to grow and at the same time being you. Because you can't really have your cake and eat it too. I don't really like that saying, but that's how it feels so far, trying to make content on this platform. Like, I was hoping that I could just record, throw something up on the internet, put some game footage on it, and that would work. And I knew it kind of sounded stupid in my head because in a sense it's like, well, if you have no point, then why is someone going to watch that? So far, a lot of you have been just watching because you find my voice soothing, which is really nice. Thanks. I know other folks are watching for different reasons. Maybe they get cool ideas that they like to think about or like to just trip back into some nostalgia. I don't know. I mean, when you think about it, it's kind of like live content pre-recorded, then put out. That's pretty much what I'm doing, except you don't see my face and you just watch some video game footage. If you're watching, you might just be listening to my voice instead of looking at the screen anyway. I'm not sure. I don't know. Like, I still have no idea what this channel is. I still don't know. You know, I've uploaded a range of different topics. I still like talking about whatever it is that feels the most natural. I've got this list of ideas. It's this big, giant, very chaotic list of ideas that I write down anytime something pops in my head so that when I'm trying to think of something for the next video, I can just kind of flip through that and try to find something that feels like I could talk about that in this moment. That fits. It's difficult though, in the sense of wanting to grow because you want to be successful, but then wanting to be yourself because you don't want the algorithm to change you into somebody else. But the longer I have been doing YouTube, at least for the past 20 days, it's been at least 3 weeks, the more I feel that pull to modify, in the very least, how I speak in order to keep your attention. Because if I don't keep your attention, well, then the video doesn't perform well. And if the video doesn't perform well, no one sees it. It just drops off the face of the earth and forever to be forgotten. Now, don't get me wrong. Some of the topics I've picked have been straight out of nowhere. And granted, I just made a video about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which was probably one of my worst videos, if I'm being honest. Like, when I say I was rambling in that video, I literally had no idea what I was going to talk about. And not that I do in here either, but it just felt like one idea just like it didn't flow into the next. It felt like I was explaining, and this happened because, and some reason had nothing to do with the actual reason I should have given. Even now as I'm talking, this makes no sense. Yeah. Raw content is definitely a category on YouTube, but I don't know. I don't know if I can see it being successful. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe some people actually, maybe there's enough people that actually just want to hear to someone speak freely, openly, randomly, and wherever they take them, that's where they go. So far, that's what seems like the reason people might have been subbing. I don't know. I think everyone who has subbed might have subbed for a different reason. And I think that's also one of the biggest challenges I've had is trying to figure out, like, who is my audience? Now, don't get me wrong. I've like talked with a lot of you in the comments, and that's been awesome. And I still love doing that. It has given me some insight into like why people are here. But like, even I go to bed at night, I'm like, why is anybody watching this? Like, who are these people? Why does anybody want to watch this? Like, I still haven't figured that out. I know some people are telling me, I watch it because of this reason. I watch it because of that reason. I'm like, okay. I'm still confused. So yeah, the raw content format, I still want to just do it because I think this just like this weird experiment, and I'm just kind of rolling with it and going to find out where it goes. I don't know if it's going to work. Like, I kind of have this feeling like it's not going to work. Like, truth be told, like, I pretty much beat myself up every day. I'm like, this channel's going nowhere. Why am I doing this? This is such a waste of time. This is the stupidest project I have ever started. What in the world am I doing? And then I'll eventually get to this point where I'm thinking like, this is pointless. But then I have to remind myself that some videos have like actually deeply connected with some people. And I think that like, even if I stop today, I could walk away knowing that like this channel did have an impact in a few people's lives in a positive way. And I think that is enough for me to say, okay, yeah, it wasn't all for nothing. And I feel bad because when I talk about this, I don't want you guys to get the sense that I'm insulting you for following me or you know, criticizing you for following this channel. This is my own brain operating the way it does. I am incredibly hard on myself. I have been for a very long time, and I continue to be, and it's something I don't know. I don't really know how to undo that. And I think that could be from a perfectionistic element of my own character, which I'm trying to get over by making this channel. And that's a difficulty. So if you're here, you may have to bear with me through that. I am human. I am not perfect. Far from it. And you know, this is just a project. I'm trying to figure out why I'm even doing it. I've always wanted to get to 1,000 of something, like in practice and in training, whether that would be practicing a specific sport and you're doing one specific action in that sport and you practiced it like 1,000 hours, so you are so good at it that like you are the best at that thing. Like, for example, like if you pitched and you only pitched the curveballs and you pitched 1,000 curveballs, you would be pretty freaking good at pitching curveballs. You might not pitch great splitters, you might not pitch great screwballs, but man, curveballs, you would probably be pretty damn good at pitching curveballs if you had 1,000 hours of practice at pitching curveballs. So I've always had, well, I shouldn't say always, but I've had this idea for a long time, this almost obsession about wanting to do something 1,000 times over just to see how good I could get at something. Didn't really matter what it was. And it could have been like practicing one kick in kickboxing, or, you know, practicing one song on guitar, or whatever that is. And I'm obsessed with this idea of like understanding and the learning process of like what happens to your brain if you do this. Like it's almost like it rewires your biology, so you become like this like finely tuned instrument that can execute this action with immaculate and awe-inspiring precision. There is something so gratifying about that idea. I can't get over it. It is just this fixation, and I love it. And I think that I'm always chasing the next project to find out what that might be, where I can get to that 1,000 hour mark. And until I really do that, until I've really hit that, I think it's just going to live in my brain permanently. So I just got to do it. Maybe this is the project where I hit 1,000 hours. Maybe. I don't know. I really don't know. And I've been thinking that maybe, like, you know, if you do enough YouTube, you probably get pretty good at it. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, I could just, like, hypothetically, we could get to 1,000 videos and I could have learned jack all. Like, the 1,000th video could be just as bad or worse than the first one. And, you know, I don't know, you know, because I'm not essentially analyzing everything I'm doing and adjusting. I'm kind of just pushing through. I just keep going. I just keep talking, and it's one word after the next, and it's on and on and on and on and on. It's talking circles and circles and circles and circles and circles. You know, like, if I'm putting you to sleep, I understand. So I don't know. Like, I don't know what the end goal is. I don't know what I'm creating or shaping. It feels so weird. And I guess some people are also here for that ride just to see, oh, I wonder what is, like, you know, 10th video from now is going to look like. And they just pop in every once in a while to just see, like, oh, interesting. Okay, he's talking about that now. Wow. Okay, I didn't think he would go there. Weird. I don't know. But yeah, that's kind of just where we're at. And this whole raw content, this whole raw content thing, man, like, I'm liking it because of the freedom it gives you. Like, God, being able to just talk into a microphone and not have to worry about where you're going or where you're going to end up. It's just nice. And it's just so much less stressful than trying to, like, harness an idea. And don't get me wrong, I still do that. There's still videos on this channel where I actually mentally exert myself to try to get a cohesive idea in one video. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But then that itself, while it is raw content, doesn't necessarily always feel that authentic, because, like, would I talk like that in real life if you were a person I was talking to in person? No, I would sound like a fucking idiot. I wouldn't do that. So, like, it's weird because, like, I just have to basically learn how to monologue. That's what this channel is, learning how to monologue. So I'm just basically learning how to talk to myself better. I mean, like, I know I'm talking to you guys are listening, but at the same time, I'm really just in this room with this microphone in front of me and these screens, and I'm just talking. It's weird, man. I haven't got used to it yet. Maybe I'm getting a little bit more used to it, but it's weird. I don't know. Like I said at the beginning, I still don't know where this is going. I'm excited to find out where it goes. But I think some of you guys might be excited too, because you're like, I don't know where he's going, but it's just fun. I'm having fun anyway, so Yeah, that was a really long rant. Thanks for listening if you did. For some reason, it felt more cohesive than other ones I've had. So maybe we are getting a little bit better. I don't know. I don't know if I've improved over the last 90 videos or not, but maybe we'll see a difference by video 1000, or they get worse. We'll find out. Goodbye.